Hi, it's Kirsty Terry and today is video 1 of a series of 4 and I'm going to be talking about the top 7 reasons we get sick. So let's jump straight into what is making us sick in our modern day lifestyles so you can start doing something about it today. So let's start with hydration. And making water safe to drink actually involves adding so many chemicals to the process, and then we send them through very old pipes, sometimes as old as Victorians, till they finally get to us. So the message across is your water clean and chemical free? And then the container you're using to drink it from, is it BPA free? The last thing you want to do is drink clean water and then have to detox the contents of the container that you're drinking it from. So moving on to food. We're supposed to be overfed and undernourished in our modern day lifestyles. And has your food had the life processed out of it? Have a look at what you're eating on your plate. Do you recognise the foods that are on there? Do you know where they come from? Because if you don't, ask yourself the question, do you really want to be eating this? Food should give you energy, but it should also be a source of vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and essential amino acids, etc. And too much of our food is processed and laden with too much salt and too much sugar, which has just given us empty calories. And it's also addictive for us. So really have a look and make sure you can recognise the food on your plate and it's colourful and vibrant and it's alive and you really do want to enjoy eating it. And then sleep. And the questions I always ask people is, can you fall asleep naturally? Can you stay asleep? And can you wake up naturally? We're looking for 6 to 8 hours of good night's sleep. And if you can't, what are the reasons why? Are you eating too much junk food late at night? Have you got too much screen viewing? Are you watching the TV or on your laptop? You know, the advice is make your bedroom a safe haven. Clear anything which could be electromagnetic force so you can really get a good night's sleep. And then physical activity. We know the benefits of being physically active. It strengthens your body, it's invigorating for the blood, the brain, the mind and the mood. And notice I've used the term physical activity and not exercise. You don't need to go to the gym and beast yourself or do something that you don't enjoy. Really, find something you love. You're far more likely to stick with something you love. So if you haven't found a way to get your activity levels in, and what we're looking for is 5 sessions a week of about 30 minutes. And if you can do something which includes a core strength, you're really investing in your health for the future. So what did you do as a kid? When you were a kid, what got you outside and running around? Think about that and see if that's a good starting point for trying to find an activity that you absolutely love. And then environmental toxicity. Oh my goodness, I can talk about this for days. It's one of my biggest passions. There is so much toxicity in our lives at the minute. It's everywhere. It's in the air, it's in the food, it's in our water, it's in our cosmetics and our personal body care products. It's even in our paints and our carpets and our mattresses and our clothing. And the biggest thing about toxicity is we can't see it. So we're making the assumption that it's not there. And one toxic chemical may not be a problem, but think about the cumulative effect day on day on day. And when you get that cocktail of toxins building up on your body, they wreak havoc on your system. And you may not be aware of what is going on until those symptoms start to take over. So start with your kitchen or start with your cleaning products and have a look at the labels on the back. If they've got a black square filled in orange with a big black cross in it, it's toxic. So take the advice, wear the gloves, be sensible about how you're using them. But also think about alternative ways of cleaning without these toxic chemicals. Now, some people complain about the natural household cleaners, that you may not want your kitchen to smell of vinegar. Have a look at steam cleaners. They just might be your new best friend. They're fantastic because they give you a cleaning ability which is going to blast all those bugs away, but without doing it with chemicals. So have a look at a steam cleaner and see if that could be your new investment. And then the stress in the lives. Stress is toxic to every cell and tissue in our body. And you'll hear me talk about the toxic emotions. And here we're talking about the stress response. We have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic pathways. And this is great to kick off the stress response if you're running away from a dinosaur. But in a modern day lifestyle, is it really appropriate to have this reaction if we're just cut off at the traffic lights? So the good thing about the stress response is we can counter the balance by doing things we love, things that make us relax, things that make us chill out, bliss out, you know, relax, laughter, fun. So what are you doing to chill? Okay, do you practice mindfulness? Do you keep a gratitude journal? These are great tips to start being more appreciative and getting more of the joy factor back in our lives. So our weak link, the digestive tract. My goodness, the gut has such a huge role in our body. We always think of it for digestion and absorption, but 80% of our immune system is in our gut. And it also produces the serotonin, which is our good mood neurotransmitter. And we tend to think about depression as being something that's going on in the head, but it's actually the gut which produces this neurotransmitter. So when we start damaging our gut because we've put it under this chemical attack, we lose the ability to fight off immunity, to fight off infections, to produce the serotonin, and then all these harmful substances that we're under attack from every day, they start crossing the gut barrier and they get into the bloodstream and they start wreaking havoc, causing inflammation in our body. So you really need to look after your gut and heal your gut if the problems are there, to heal your health. So toxic buildup in our body causes so many symptoms, and like I said earlier, it's not just the one chemical here and there, it's the cocktail, it's the buildup, and it's the cumulative buildup day after day after day. So if you're starting to experience some symptoms, and the symptoms I've mentioned before, like the brain fog, like the allergies, the food intolerances, the gas, the bloating and the digestive problems, when you first start to experience those symptoms, do something about it. There is so much we can do now to keep the integrity of that gut tract really strong. So don't wait until it develops further into an IBS or an IBD type illness. Do something about it at the first signs. It will make a huge difference. So today I've got a free gift for you, and it's my ebook, 10 Easy Steps to Keep Your Kids Healthy. And you might be thinking, oh, why kids? But if it's good enough for your kids, guess what? It's good enough for you. And I cover off there 10 easy steps, so it's a great little tool to have a read through, pick up some of the tips for it and put something into action today. It will make your life better for tomorrow. So, hope you enjoyed those few little snippets. In the next free video, I'm going to be talking about the top 6 toxic foods that you must avoid, and even if you have been told that these are healthy foods. So, thank you for listening to me today. Any questions, you can email me, or I've also got a Facebook page called Cleanse, Nourish and Heal. So if you want to post a question in there, then the whole group can get the benefit of it. And give me some feedback. I really want to know what you've implemented and how it's helped you. Thanks again.